Hey guys, this is Miguel with In Plain Sight Security and Readiness. Wanted to make a quick video. Like I said, you've seen any of my other videos. I'm all about being prepared and ready now, about stuff that can happen at any time. Now, not something that can be a situation that can develop for years from now, or mass chaos, like a Red Dawn theory where mass invasion, nuclear strike, EMP knocks out the whole power grid and stuff like that. I'm talking about like you are in downtown with your friends, next thing you know, some kind of rioting and looting breaks off, what to do, or you're in a mall, active shooter, something like that, or you're getting robbed, or any kind of situation like that that normally happens on a daily basis. Somehow you get in the crossfires of a road rage incident, something like that. I'm a very big fan of EDC, everyday carry. I'm all about the now, being ready right now. And I'm not about carrying a lot of stuff. Yeah, you see me with my little gold bag here. Been carrying a lot of stuff to, do some of these videos and, other stuff I have. So, real quick, my top 5 urban survival skills I think everybody should master, or at least improve on. Number 1, situation awareness. If you can determine what you're getting into, where you're going, and you can see all the minor stuff that happens around you, and you can pick up on the situation, and you're able to react to that situation, especially before other people, especially if you're in a crowd and you see something going on, and you're able to evade that situation or run away from it, that right there is golden. You're already ahead of the game. I mean, you can be in a rock concert, next you see these people get into an argument, and you see it start to escalate. And if you've ever been in a rock concert or any kind of concert, there's people everywhere. You can easily get pushed over, next on the ground, next you're getting stepped on, next you're breaking bones. So if you can see what's going on around you and quickly determine that this is not a safe situation, then again, you're ahead of the game. And to me, that's what situation awareness is. Knowing what the heck's going on and being able to react appropriately. Okay, number 2, self-defense, but in particular, hand-to-hand combat. Let's be realistic. You can't reach for your weapon all the time. Sometimes someone can run up right behind you and take your bag or get you by surprise. Next what do? You're on the ground, you're wrestling, and what do? Well, if you know any kind of hand-to-hand combat, martial arts, anything MMA, that's going to help you get out of the situation. Especially like, let's say if you get tackled behind, you take it to the floor. For all you who are wrestlers, you know what I'm talking about. You can easily get out of a situation. People who are in jiu-jitsu and whatnot, aikido, real easy. And any kind of other forms of martial arts, you know what to do in those situations. But for your average person, it's a hot mess. I mean, you can go on anytime on YouTube, look up fights, and you see people fighting, and it's just, oof, it's brutal. But if you can defend yourself, learn how to defend yourself, that's another chip on your shoulder, because you'll be able to get out of situations a lot easier. You'll be able to handle business and keep it moving. So, hand-to-hand combat, self-defense, definitely is crucial. Okay? All right. One that I don't really hear too much about, but I wanted to talk about because I think it's crucial. Navigation. Having a sense of direction, knowing where the hell you're going, knowing your area. If something happens, and at least you know where you can go and hide, where you can evade to, how you can get out of an area quickly, or even just where you're going, that's a great advantage. Because while the masses are going one way, and maybe it runs into a dead end, you being aware of the situation and having some kind of sense of where you're going, maybe you can go up an alleyway that cuts to a side street where no one's going to be at. Or go into a building that there's access to the building be able to go in this building, go to the store, and you'll know where to hide. Stuff like that. It's all navigation. So don't really hear that too much, but that's crucial, especially in urban environments where a lot of times, a lot of places you're at, everything looks the same, you know. But once you get used to these areas and you know where you're going, it's not a problem. Okay. So number 4. Again, another thing I don't really hear about, and I'm surprised, you know, because, you know, a lot of people, when it comes to, like I say, survivalism, prepping, and readiness, you never hear about scavenging. You always hear about, well, I got this type of gear, I got this type of gear, where you can makeshift this, makeshift that. But especially if you're in an urban environment, a lot of stuff is readily accessible. For example, you know, water. You can find water in several places. I mean, there's water bottles everywhere. There's water dispensers everywhere. You know, there's water heaters. I mean, you name it. There's several different places that they have water. There's ice machines everywhere. And of course, you know what happens with ice? It melts and it turns into water. You know, newsflash, but you know, there's so many different places you can find water. But again, it's a scavenging thing. Trying to build a fire. Dude, 1 out of every, I don't know how many people, 5, I'm guessing, 3 or 5, smoke. You can walk down the street right now. I guess you can, probably 100 yards, you're going to find a match, a lighter, something. You're going to find, you know. But that's all for me, scavenging. Being able to be resourceful enough to find what you're looking for, know where to find it, and just have it in the head, okay, you know, probably I'll be able to find this here or there, you know, and what you will need. Just being able to know how to find that stuff and being resourceful, you know, because like I said, you hear in the survivalist readiness and prepper game, resourcefulness, you know, adapt, overcome, you know, makeshift, you know, you can make stuff. Exactly. So scavenging, you know, look it up. There's several videos on YouTube. I'll make a YouTube on scavenging. I don't want to take up too much time, but scavenging is definitely, for me, a top 5 urban survival skill. Now the last one, you don't hear too much about it either, but it's just as, I mean, it's important, and it's not really a skill. I mean, you can look at it as a skill, but it's not necessarily a skill. It's just something you do. It's fitness, you know. Yeah, you know, I hear a lot of people, oh, you know, in this situation I'll do this and I'll do that. You know, if I run up all these flights of stairs, you know, I guarantee if I'm scared enough, I'll be able to run for miles. No, you won't. No, you won't. When you're scared, you'd be surprised how fast your adrenaline runs out. And the more out of shape you are, the quicker that adrenaline is gonna go. And it's funny, that adrenaline rush that you have will quickly turn to fear once you start fatiguing. And if you're not ready for that, if you've never been in that situation, all you're going to do is fall apart, you're going to give up, and bad things are going to happen to you. So definitely, if you can, and you know, I'm not saying turn into this fitness trainer type and you're going to have to run marathons. You know, just be able to at least run a mile and a half. You know, it's good. And I'm not saying you'll be able to run a mile and a half in like 4 minutes, 7 minutes, and stuff like that. Just being able to get over there, because the majority of people can't. A lot of people can't. I'm going to tell you right now, the majority of people out there can't run a mile, can't even do a single pull-up or a push-up. Challenge you today. If you can't do one push-up, you're out of shape and you need to do something about that. If you can't run for at least a mile, and I'm talking about slow jog, steady pace. If you can't even do that, you're out of shape. So, you know, keep fitness on the brain, because for me, that is one of the top 5 skills that you need to have, especially in any urban survival environment, is fitness. Because you may need to climb up something and pull up your own body weight. You may need to pull up the body weight of your loved ones. And if you can't even do that, you know, so depending on the situation, you know, and as you can see how I, you know, explained it, I can't be any clearer than that. Fitness is huge. So, okay, guys, well, that's going to wrap up this video. Please subscribe to my channel. You know, I'm going to start putting out a lot of good, useful, realistic information. Hit the like button so let me know you're liking the videos. Leave me comments, maybe something you feel a little bit different about. You know, I'm not going to take it to heart. You know, I look at it as constructive criticism. And you know, follow me on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as well. I usually leave daily tips on you know, writing and survival stuff. And you can follow me on Instagram. And I'll leave a link, of course, at the end of this video so you can follow me on there. But till next time, you know, please, guys, be humble, stay alert, and be ready. Take care.